Thank you so much.
All right, you're all set. Take care. We've got a 2003 Toyota Highlander with a check engine light on. Let's plug in and see if we can figure it out. It says 1 of 6 stored. EVAP emission system leak detected, small leak. We've got a P0441 and we also have a P0446. You hear that? Got a nice little gift for our customer. Customer's gonna be happy. Got a 2003 Toyota Highlander with the 1MZ FE engine, and we've got a check engine light on. Well, let's get the Innova 5610 plugged in and see if we can figure it out. Now, the port for the Highlander is right down here. Usually has this little cover on it. All we need to do is plug on in. We're going to turn the key to on. And we've got P0442. It says 1 of 6 stored. EVAP emission system leak detected, small leak. We've got a P0441, EVAP emission system incorrect purge flow. And we also have a P0446, stored EVAP emission system vent control circuit. So we definitely have something going on with our EVAP system. Now I printed out a couple diagrams on this particular vehicle's EVAP system. Let me go grab those and we'll go over that real quick. Now I printed this off just based on a Google search for this particular vehicle and the EVAP diagram or schematic, and this is what I found, and it seems like it's going to be very helpful in diagnosing this EVAP problem on this particular vehicle. I'll put this up on the screen so you can follow along, but essentially it's just a schematic or a diagram that shows all of the different components of the EVAP system, not only under the hood but also near the tank and the charcoal canister. Now you can see we have several different valves. We have the purge valve up here on the top. They call it the VSV for EVAP. We also have the canister closed valve, which is the VSV right here near the air cleaner. And we also have another switch or VSV down here near the charcoal canister. You do need to make sure that your gas cap is sealing properly. You can see we also have a vapor pressure sensor here integrated in the charcoal canister, and that is what the computer uses to read the different pressures and vacuum on the EVAP system. Now, a lot of times if you get your oil changed at one of these quick oil change places, they will also check your air filter. They're trying to sell you an air filter, but a lot of times they'll pull this air cleaner box apart or they'll take it off to take out that air filter. A lot of times they might knock off a hose. I've even seen the little nipples break off of the air boxes. So that's just something you do want to look for as well. So a visual inspection is very important when you're diagnosing an EVAP system. And that's really the first thing I'm going to do is pop the hood and take a look under the hood and down below and just make sure that there's nothing obvious or nothing is knocked off. No hoses are missing or cracked. So let's do that now. All right, so one of the cool things with the Innova 56 scan tool is that we can activate the purge valve and the canister close valve from inside the car. Now, of course, I'll have to make sure that it's quiet before I do this because you have to be able to hear that audible click under the hood. All right, so let's hit menu and hit active test. Okay, and here are the options that we have for this particular vehicle. The AC magnetic clutch relay, canister pressure control VSV, that's what we're gonna do. We can also command the fuel pump on, injector volume, or purge VSV. That's the other one we're going to do. This one right here, canister pressure control VSV. That's the canister closed valve that's attached to the air cleaner or the air box. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here and I'm going to turn this on, but I'm going to bring the camera down underneath the hood so that we can listen and hear that turn on or off. It says this test activates the canister control VSV on or off, operate with ignition on, engine off, shift selector in park, which we've done that. Let's hit continue. Okay, so it says on or off. Let's hit on. Okay, now I heard it click. I'm going to bring the camera down below and let you hear it as well. Actually, this cord on the Innova is long enough. Let's just go underneath there together. All right, now we need to wait until it's quiet so that we can hear this, but I'm going to hit on. There it is. I just heard this turn on. And there it just clicked off. And it says result successful. So now I'm going to go back and we're going to go down to the purge valve. Let's enter here. It says this test activates the EVAP purge VSV on off condition. Only EVAP VSV is commanded during this test. Okay, right now it says result none. Let's take us down over here. Here's our purge valve right here. I'm going to activate this now. You hear that? Let's do it again. You hear that series of clicks? That's testing the purge valve. And there you go, purge VSV result successful. We of course heard that series of clicks over here, and this is working properly, or working exactly like it should. Such a nice, quick and easy way to test the canister close valve and the purge valve with the Innova 5610 scan tool. I used to do a lot of work on these 1MZ FE engines from Toyota. These are in a lot of Highlanders, they're in Avalons, they're in Camrys, even some of the Lexuses as well, the ES300 and RX300. Now, because I used to work on a lot of those vehicles, I happen to have a lot of spare parts, and I just dug this out of my spare parts bin just to try to help save this owner some money. And I found this right here, which is off of an old Toyota Avalon, and this has the same engine, the same setup, and we have a purge valve right here. So you can see I have a couple leads hooked up to a 9-volt battery, and we can just clamp onto one of these prongs right here and then just touch that and listen for a click. It's a nice strong click, and so this purge valve is probably still usable or still in good enough condition to use. But I also have some of these spare hoses for the same reason. I was thinking if we found a cracked hose or something like that, we could also use some of these spare parts to fix that, just trying to help this owner out and help them save some money. But turns out it was just a very simple repair, just a simple fix. That hose was knocked off at the airbox. All right, well, let's put the engine cover back on, and then we'll clear those codes and take it for a little test drive, make sure nothing comes back before we give this back to the owner. All right, well, let's go back. Since we were successful with those tests, let's go back. Let's go into OBD2. Okay, now we're gonna erase our codes. Erase was successful. So now it's going to rescan real quick. Okay, so we have no powertrain DTCs or freeze frame data. Now you can see we only have 89,000 or just under 89,000 miles on this car. For a 2003, that's amazing. It's a nice car, it's definitely running good, and of course it was just that hose knocked off. And I think I see the reason why right here. We've got an oil change sticker from 84,687, so probably the previous oil change was one that was knocked off, and simple fix. I do have some good news for the owner. I haven't quite shared with them yet. I don't want to let them know that this is fixed just yet, but I have another surprise for them as well. Let me show you. Let's run for a quick little test drive, and we've got to make one quick stop as well.
Hi, welcome in.
Hey, how are you?
Doing good. How can we help you?
I'd like to get the Innova 5610 scan tool, please.
You got it. Let me go grab it.
Thank you. Awesome. Thank you so much.
You're
This is
welcome.
awesome. Appreciate it.
Again, have a great day.
All right, take care.
You too.
Bye. All right, customer's gonna be happy. Got a nice little gift for our customer, and I think they're gonna be very surprised. Well, check engine light has not come back on as we expected, but just gonna head back home. We'll plug in the Innova 5610, give her a scan real quick, and then make sure everything's good. And then we'll give this back to the owner. All right, so let's get hooked up here again with the Innova 5610 after our nice little test drive there. Make sure we don't have any other pending codes or any other issues. Okay, so it says no powertrain DTCs or freeze frame data presently stored, but you see we do have a red blinking EVAP inspection monitor, basically letting us know that that is not complete. So let's go down here and take a look at our drive cycle procedures. Now this is going to let us know what we need to do in order to get that to complete. Unfortunately with EVAP, a lot of times you have to let the vehicle cool down, so we may have to wait a little bit here or just give the vehicle back to the owner and let them go through that. Just with normal driving, they'll go through that. But let's take a look here at the incomplete monitors. So just right here, the EVAP system monitor is the only one that's incomplete. Let's hit enter. Now it says monitor status will be reset to incomplete if the ECU loses power, DTC codes are cleared, which is what we did, or conditions for enabling conditions have not been met. Avoid sudden speed changes during the process. If a drive cycle is interrupted, it can be resumed. Let's hit continue. Now here it gives us a list of everything we need to do in order to complete the drive cycle procedure for the EVAP system monitor. It says cold soak must be performed prior to performing this drive cycle. Vehicle cold soaks for 8 hours or until difference between intake air temperature and engine coolant temperature is less than 13 degrees. This drive cycle can be performed at temperatures below 40 degrees or at altitudes above 7,800 feet if the complete drive cycle including cold soak is repeated a second time after cycling the ignition off. Release the pressure in the fuel tank by removing and reinstalling the fuel cap, so we can do that here before we give this back to the owner. Start the engine, let it idle until the engine coolant temperature is at least 167 degrees. Run the engine at 3,000 RPM for approximately 10 seconds. Idle with the air conditioner on to create a slight load for 15 to 20 minutes. If the vehicle is not equipped with AC, set the parking brake and block the drive wheels with wheel chocks. Idle and drive for 15 to 20 minutes. Check the monitor status. It should switch to complete. If not, be sure enabling criteria are met, then repeat steps 1 through 8. The readiness status may not switch to complete if a pending code is detected. A second drive cycle is needed to confirm the DTC. Once a second drive cycle is completed, a current DTC code may be stored. Well, we don't have anything pending or anything like that, so I think we are good to give this back to the owner. And we also have a nice surprise for the owner here. I'm going to gift this Innova 5610 scan tool to them. It's the same exact tool that I used to diagnose and fix this car this time, but now this owner is going to be able to save some money and diagnose and fix their car themselves. I'm going to go call the owner, let them know that this is ready to be picked up, and surprise them with this nice gift. Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Good. Here's your key.
Thank you very much.
So like I said, everything's fixed. It was a really simple repair, and I have the hood popped here because I want to show you what it was. You said that you change your own oil now?
Yes, I do, but previously I took it to a place.
Okay, that is so cool. I'm glad that you do that on your own. But yeah, I saw the sticker up on the windshield. That's why I asked you about that on the phone. But I wanted to show you what I think happened. This hose right here, you see, as it goes down, it was pulled off, and that's pulled off probably because the oil change place, you know, they probably took this air box off in order to show you the air filter and try to sell that to you. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do.
So that sometimes happens when they pull on this. So that's just something you want to be mindful of in the future. But no parts required. This is a no charge today. So.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
You're too nice. Thank you so much.
No problem at all. But I also wanted to give you something else here. This right here is the scan tool that I use. This is the same brand, Innova, the 5610 model. This is what I used in order to diagnose and repair your car, and that's a gift to you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So high-tech and amazing.
It is. It's very nice, and it's going to help you save a lot of money in the future so that you don't have to take your car to a mechanic. You can just plug this in and follow the steps there. I'll give you a link to my channel as well. I've got a lot of repair videos where I use this scan tool, and that's going to help you fix, diagnose, and save some money on your car.
Thank you so much for everything.
You're very welcome. Thanks so much. All right, have a good one.
You as well.
Hey, one more thing before you go. Let me know if the check engine light does come back on. Of course, you've got your own scan tool now, but the EVAP code that we reset is still pending, or the inspection monitor still needs to complete. What that means is it needs to go through its drive cycle. It might take a day or two, but if within that day or two you get a check engine light on, just let me know. But as of right now, I know it's off. You should be good to go. I'm sure that was everything, but just keep me posted if that check engine light comes back on. We just had not completed that inspection monitor drive cycle, but now that you have your own scan tool, that's something that you can plug in and check as well. So
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
all right, you're all set. Take care. And we're done. Well, that was a quick and easy one and a nice little ending there to be able to gift this same scan tool to one of my customers. And of course, she's going to be able to learn about cars, learn how to diagnose her car, and save some money in the future. So I hope you guys like this video. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you don't mind. That does help me out. Again, I was set up to do a lot more diagnosing on this, and we ended up finding that repair super quick, super easy, even though I had that spare purge valve as well and some spare hose in order to double check everything and make sure we didn't have any leaks. Turned out to be just a hose that was pulled off from the oil change place. Again, that's something that does happen. That's pretty common, so that might be one of the first places you want to check. But if you've got a scan tool like this, it can definitely help point you in the right direction. And of course, I love the bidirectional controls, being able to turn on that closed canister valve and that purge valve. What a nice, quick, and easy way to test that. Really just wanted to say thanks to Innova for sponsoring this repair in this video, and of course that gift.